Hi there, this is Maneesh from PMP bringing to you yet another power-packed episode on PM Ninja video series. In this particular episode, we are going to talk about the major inconsistencies and mistakes created in this book prepared by somebody but approved by PMI, and it is called the PMI Approved PMP Exams Prep. In this particular episode, like the previous ones, we are going to pick up three major inconsistencies. Keep watching. All right, the very first one that I'm going to pick up is called the stages of conflict. Now, this is a topic or an enabler in the ECO, very prominently mentioned in the very first domain itself called people. However, there is no mention of anything to do with stages of conflict in this rather thickish book. They do talk about the sources of conflict, they talk about conflict resolution, but they completely give it a miss when it comes to stages of conflict. Now, if you search the internet to find different stages of conflict, you've got too many versions, we don't even come to know which one does PMI subscribe to. Now, if you look at the PMP guide, of course, it's not there. Where does that leave you? And this is the reason why I'm taking so much time to research and create my PMP content, because once it is done, it's going to alleviate all our problems. Okay, let's move on to the second point. In this entire PMI approved PMP examination prep, there is no mention of physical resources. That means it's assuming that as if everything that we do in resource management has only got to do with human resources, the team, or the vendors for that matter. Well, needless to say, yes, it is important. Dealing with humans has always been more difficult than dealing with equipment or machines or material, because basic science and mathematics will work with material and non-human resources. But when it comes to human resources, you need a lot of other skills. And yes, that makes it quite challenging. Obviously, there'll be more content towards dealing with human resources. But if you look at traditional projects, your major money is actually spent on physical resources, which is called the CAPEX expenditure. That's given a complete miss over here. Therefore, topics like total productive maintenance is absolutely missing in this particular book, the questions on which do show up in the PMP exam. And that's another reason why we're trying to find the absolute right balance between this book, which has been provided as the main prep guide for PMP, which is missing on so many things, and the PMP and mix it up in a way that makes it not only very authentic and reliable, it also helps you in answering all the PMP questions, apart from being practically relevant. Now coming to the third point and the last point, and this is a big shocker, in fact. In this particular book, the term project objectives are shown in multiple lights. They have multiple meanings of the term project objectives. Sometimes project objectives is exactly what it's supposed to be. And in some cases, it is about team norms. They just replace the term team norms with project objectives. And in some places, they talk about things like requirements. Yes, you heard me right. In fact, there is a complete lesson here on project objectives. And when you go through it, it has nothing to do with project objectives. It's talking about prioritization of requirements. Therefore, what to use when becomes a big challenge. And please remember that this particular document has not been prepared by PMI but approved by PMI. But the exams is actually created by PMI. And that's where the disconnect is. My intent is to create a very comprehensive content which will actually bridge this gap so that the inconsistencies here are not going to affect my students. Thank you for watching, and if you like, go ahead and subscribe. If you have any questions, please do leave a comment below and help me reach out to more people. Please share. And the best way for you to share is reach out to your own colleagues, pass on this link, or if nothing else, subscribe or smash the like button, because that's how YouTube works, right? So if you like, you subscribe, it actually shows it to more people. These are the kind of videos that really needs to reach out to a lot of people. By policy in PM Pulse, we do not advertise, we simply go by the word of mouth. So make sure that more people get to see this video. Thank you for watching, and thank you in advance for helping out by sharing this video. Thank you.